Hey there! Ready for magic that sparks your imagination? Make sure to subscribe and share so no one misses a single story.
Diamonds and toads.
In a quiet little village at the edge of a deep green forest lived a poor widow and her 2 daughters. The elder, Clarice, was the mirror image of her mother, sharp-tongued, prideful, and endlessly vain. The younger, Marianne, carried the gentle spirit of her late father. Patient, soft-spoken, and kind-hearted, she moved through life like a quiet blessing. Their cottage was small, wrapped in creeping ivy, and surrounded by a patch of herbs and wildflowers that Marianne tended with love. They had little, but the scent of rosemary and thyme often filled the house, and each sunset washed the walls in gold. But inside, peace was rare. The widow doted on Clarice and excused her every cruelty. Marianne, however, was treated like a servant, dressed in patched clothes, doing all the work, fetching water, washing, cooking, cleaning, all while hearing her mother's constant scolding.
You'll never be anything more than a servant with your head in the clouds.
Yet Marianne never argued. Kindness was the only shield she had. One blazing summer afternoon, when the air shimmered with heat, the widow discovered they were out of water.
Marianne, go to the well beyond the orchard, take the large jug, and hurry.
It was nearly a mile away through briars and dusty paths, but Marianne quietly wrapped her hair, lifted the heavy jug, and set off. By the time she reached the old stone well, her arms trembled with exhaustion. She filled the jug, rested a moment, and then heard a faint voice.
My dear child, might I trouble you for a drink of water?
Of course, ma'am,
Marianne said softly. The old woman drank slowly, gratefully.
You are too kind. Few would help a stranger so gently.
She murmured.
It was nothing. You looked thirsty, and I was here.
It is not nothing.
The woman replied, her eyes glimmering with something ancient. Then her form shimmered, and in a heartbeat, she was no longer a beggar, but a fairy, glowing like pale moonlight. Marianne gasped.
Forgive me. I didn't know.
You have done no wrong, child.
The fairy said.
Your kindness is a gift, and now it shall be rewarded. From this day forward, every word you speak will carry beauty. Jewels and flowers shall fall from your lips, the outward sign of the goodness within your heart.
Before Marianne could thank her, the fairy vanished like mist on sunlight. Shaken but hopeful, Marianne hurried home. Her mother and sister were waiting, irritated.
Last. Did you fall asleep at the well?
I'm sorry, Mother.
But the moment the words left her mouth, roses and sparkling diamonds tumbled to the floor.
Where did those come from? Speak again,
Clarice
child.
gasped. The widow's eyes lit with greed, and each gentle word Marianne spoke brought more gems, pearls, sapphires, delicate blossoms. The widow scooped them up with trembling hands, her mind racing with dreams of riches. Without hesitation, she grabbed Clarice's arm.
You must go to that well at once. Do exactly what your sister did. We'll be twice as rich.
Fine, if it must be done.
Clarice, spoiled and irritated, hated the idea of walking in the heat, but the glitter of diamonds changed her mind. She stormed down the dusty path, muttering complaints the entire way. When she reached the well, the fairy appeared again, this time as a breathtaking princess.
Good day, my dear. Might I trouble you for a sip of water?
Clarice didn't even hide her annoyance.
I didn't walk all this way to serve strangers. If you're thirsty, draw it yourself.
You would deny water to one who thirsts?
The fairy asked softly.
I'm not your servant. Get your own.
Clarice snapped. The fairy's expression dimmed.
Then you shall receive the reward your heart has chosen.
Clarice rolled her eyes, muttered,
Nonsense!
and headed home. Her mother rushed to her.
Well, did you meet her? Were you blessed?
Clarice opened her mouth to reply, and a fat toad leapt out and splattered onto the floor. She screamed. Another toad jumped out, then a snake. Every word she spat brought another vile creature. The widow shrieked and ran from the house in terror, blaming Marianne for everything.
You've cursed your sister. You've ruined us. Get out.
Heartbroken, Marianne left quietly, wandering toward the forest as the sun dipped low. Not far down the road, a royal carriage approached, led by white horses and marked with the king's crest. Inside sat the prince, returning from a hunt. Seeing Marianne alone and crying, he stopped immediately, then stepped down and asked,
Young lady, are you in trouble?
No trouble, my lord, only sorrow.
And as she spoke, pearls and lilies fell softly from her
What
lips.
miracle is this?
The prince stared in wonder, listened to her story, and found himself captivated by her gentleness, each word forming a trail of beauty around her.
Come with me,
He said at last.
My parents must meet the maiden whose words are jewels.
Marianne hesitated, but trusted the kindness in his eyes. She entered the carriage and they rode to the palace. When she greeted the king and queen, diamonds scattered across the marble floor. The court gasped. The queen's eyes sparkled with delight, she whispered. The prince stepped forward.
Father, if she will have me, let her be my bride.
The king studied Marianne, then nodded.
So be it. A woman whose words bring beauty will surely help our kingdom bloom.
And so Marianne became the prince's wife. Her wedding gown shimmered like moonlit water, and wherever she walked, blossoms drifted behind her. Back in the village, things grew bleak.
My treasures.
The widow found no comfort in her riches. Without Marianne's gentle presence, the jewels she once prized seemed dull, empty. What use is wealth when joy has fled? As for Clarice, no one dared go near her. The creatures that leapt from her mouth drove people away in fear and disgust.
Shame on us both.
Even her mother
Leave
could
this
no longer
house
bear
and
it.
never return.
She shouted. Clarice cried, but her mother turned away. So Clarice fled into the woods, weeping and cursing, and every curse brought more toads and snakes. She wandered, friendless and unloved, until at last she vanished from the world. Some say her voice still lingers near the old well, echoing through the croaks of the frogs. The widow, left alone, soon lost herself to greed and madness. Clutching the fading jewels in shaking hands, she lived that way until one bitter winter night, when she was found cold and still beside the hearth. Years passed. Under the gentle reign of the prince and his fairy blessed bride, the kingdom blossomed. The poor were fed, the fields thrived, and kindness seemed to ripple outward from the palace
Change
itself.
this land, my love.
The prince told her.
Not I alone.
Marianne replied.
Kindness spreads like sunlight. It warms every heart it touches.
Their children grew humble, generous, and
True
wise.
nobility lies in kindness.
Thank you, Princess.
And though the fairy who blessed her was never seen again, the queen often felt her presence, a faint perfume of roses drifting through the quiet halls. For true kindness costs nothing, yet makes the world rich. Beauty fades and wealth crumbles, but a gentle heart shines forever.